start. Therefore, these particular provision should be amended by the Honorable Minister for the purpose of giving protection to the working class at the initial stage itself. When the site is selected, the idea behind referring the matter whether an industry is to be set up in a particular locality to the site appraisal committee is that it can serve two purposes. We find that most of the industries are situated only in the urban areas. Now, we see that the problem of water pollution, air pollution, dumping of hazardous materials, etc. are there, and therefore the purpose of bringing forward this particular amendment is very clear. But I think that the site appraisal committee which approves of the site should also be given adequate protection under the Act. I say this because in one way this committee will pave the way for decentralization of industries. Therefore, I welcome this amendment and I congratulate the Minister for this specific amendment. Para. Now, I would like to come to certain other important aspects which have been mentioned here. I am referring to clause 26 which replaces the earlier provision. When we go to the glass factories or the match factories, we find that none of the provisions of the Factories Act is followed. The workers, including small children in the glass factories, are working in temperatures going very high. In several places in UP and in other areas also, when the factory inspector goes to the factories, they are told that these people are not the employees of the factory. But the minister says in this provision that safety measures have to be provided. The workers who are working in the glass factories, I think, are actually dying a slow death. Whatever provisions have been made by the government are not being implemented properly. Para. Sir, in subsection 2 of section 38 says that effective measures shall be taken to ensure that in every factory all the workers are familiar with the means of escape in case of fire and have been adequately trained in the routine to be followed in such cases. Sir, it is to see whether the workers have been trained or not. The Labor Department has to educate them with the help of the management. They should coordinate with the management and then educate the working class so that the Labor Department will definitely see that the workers are given full education about the safety measures in the factory. Para. Sir, the penalty provision has also been made stringent. Under section 4(1)(b), the inquiry committee is to be set up by the central government. Sir, I would like to say that the committee which has to be set up and which has to give its finding should not be advisory in nature, it should be mandatory in nature. I would also like to submit that the Honorable Minister should see that the definition of factory is amended because a lot of factories coming up are not covered by this act. Over.